top 10, right? We're gonna see why. I gotta talk to you, my nigga.
Before I was a rapper, I was a basketball player. I should have went to the NBA, but I'm not on front. I have no left hand. I could go right as a motherfucker, but my left was kind of suspect, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I write rhymes now, you heard? But Rambo, you know what it is, my nigga. You're gonna get your ass whipped, though.
In all possible ways, know the feds is bugging my life. Hospital days, reflecting when my man laid up on the uptown high block. What's
going on, my brother? How's everything, man?
Everything good, brother. Everything is good, brother.
Norbes, appreciate you taking your time again, man. You know what I'm saying? Rocking with us another round at this again, man. Another dope PG. Had a good time
Oh yeah, you
yesterday.
already know.
I got to see some of that new talent work, man. I got to see some of these guys work in person, man. I thought you definitely got a good crop of guys, man. I just want to start off by saying, man, how'd you feel about the event? How'd you feel about the new talent that you put down here? You know what I'm saying? And that you're introducing to the future, this URL.
I wanna be honest, bro. Like I'm hyped, bro. Like I feel like every year somebody got something to say, or they got you know, they always like, yo, man, y'all gotta do this and do that, especially when it comes to me and shit. So to be perfectly honest, it kind of motivates me.
Said pray for me. I do you one better and slay these niggas faithfully. Murder is a tough thing to digest. It's a slow process, and I ain't got nothing but time. I had near brushes, not to mention 3 shots close range. Never touch me. Divine intervention can't stop by. Drinking my time.
Whenever I see like the negative comments, I seen somebody say some ridiculous stuff like, what did he say? Hey, yo, Norbes, man. If what he said, it was on YouTube. He was like, yo, Norbes, man. If this PG class don't do good, they gonna send you where Rich Dollars at. Like my nigga, like my resume don't speak for itself. Like niggas forget that Twerk got here last year. You know what I'm saying? Like it's barely a year since Twerk been here. So like, what are you talking about? Geechee Gotti. Who found you? Like, so it's like, to me, a lot of these things are laughable. You know what I mean? So, but I use them as motivation to continue to stay you know, hungry or something like that in this industry. But you know, like I've been watching and creeping and seeing what's out there. Like, you know, people always want to say certain things or whatever, but it's cool. Like there's nobody like me. There's nobody that can't do what I do, and I'm gonna continue to keep it that way. I see many try. You know what I mean? They still pushing the same one person or the same 3 bums that couldn't make it on URL. So, you know, it's all good.
Okay. Just speaking on some of the guys you got out there that yesterday, man. I like everybody, man. I liked all the battles. Besides the second battle with the choke and everything like that, I
Yeah.
thought it was definitely a good event. One of the things though, the fans, they definitely wanted to see that Kaboom J400. I see a lot of people speaking about that. Um, if you could just let the people know what happened, what's going
Um,
on, why that battle didn't go down, and if we still gonna see that in the future.
it might go down in the future. Like Jay had an issue with, because Kaboom was like, look, man, like I know the process and this and that, so it was gonna be a PG for Kaboom, and Kaboom was all with it. He understands what we building and stuff like that. Jay kind of felt like maybe that shouldn't have been his best look, and that's up to him. So I was like, all right, yo, whatever you want to do. So to me, for like a lot of people, it kind of weird me out. Like they'll do these chitlin circuits and have no problem battling anybody. But if you throw a PG in front of someone, which will be the biggest look of their life, they feel as if it's an issue. And it's kind of crazy to me, bro. Like I sit there, I'm like, dog, these half-ass joints that you be doing don't do nothing for you. But, to each his own. And I spoke to Kaboom. I'm switching his matchup. We're probably going to do something May 20th. I'm coming right back. May 20th. Like I try to make this one a little bit smaller, a little more personal, but I'm gonna end up let more fans into it, even possibly having a fan's choice. So, like a lot of fans, they feel like they can do what I do, whatnot, and I'm gonna embrace it instead of just ignoring them. And I have embraced it before, but I'm gonna make it to where this is the fans' pick. So I'm actually gonna let the fans pick one battle, two competitors, and whatever the most comes up on the comments, those are the two that I'm gonna pick to go face each other. So I'm gonna open it up and let's see people, but I'm gonna make it a lot more difficult as well. Like that's why if you seen yesterday, it was like 3-4 battles because I'm literally handpicking people that actually I feel like have the possibility. Before, sometimes I would do a favor here, like, all right, let me see if he can do it. Yo, niggas is hating, do this. You know what I mean? And a lot of guys just aren't good enough. Like to get a PG, you have to be exceptional. Like a lot of these people, what they don't realize is a lot of these guys are the top, the cream of the crop in their leagues, in their respective leagues. But when you step here, it's a different ball game. I think Mr. Mills felt that before. Like he was that dude, and he faced our streets, and our streets kind of beat him pretty clear. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot different. When you come here and you do the PGs, and I'm standing there, and that New York crowd is there, and it's tough. So I really, I really love it. It's a lot of fun for me because you actually get to see people from the beginning and then grow to who they are. And I love my process. I'm gonna continue to work it. Like they say, if it ain't broke, fix it. Don't fix it. So I'm not gonna not fix like in a sense like I'm going to make it tighter and basically be extremely more selective. So you're not gonna see just anybody get a PG. You may get a tryout, and you may see the PG logo with me there, but it's not an official PG unless I'm actually working with you. You know what I'm saying? Or I believe, he's got it. So I'm just switching a couple things around, but for the most part, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I think you guys kind of got the first taste of what I'm bringing to the table this year. You know?
Man, yeah, definitely, man. And just speaking on some of your artists that you
Mm-hmm.
had that day, Prophet, Mad Face. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Dope.
Well,
Dope.
what you thought about? Because I definitely didn't see Mad Face before, so seeing him, he was really
Mm-hmm.
dope. You know what I'm saying?
That face was very dope. Still rough around the edges on certain things, but that's what the PG process does as well. After we sign these guys, we kind of try to work with them and develop them and kind of have them master their own craft. But I thought Matface was extremely different, very intelligent. You wouldn't expect that from how funny he is. Like he's a different type of all around battle rapper. And then Prophet's like a poet's rapper type thing. Like he's got a different approach and then he was super dope with his topics. Like he's more of a if you was to say a backpacker in hip hop, that's what I would say Prophet is. He's more of a poet type dude, but he understands he attacks you differently. So I like both them dudes. I'm really high on them. And we're gonna continue to work with them. But like I said, Mad Face from Virginia, Philly, is where Prophet's from. And like I said, man, like, I'm looking everywhere. There's no East Coast bias. Fucking Skates was from Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
You know, Gunpowder Pat was from It's from Brooklyn. So like I just want the best of the best. You know what I mean? I don't really care about where you from or whatever, you know what I mean?
With the Gunpowder Pat and Skates battle, man, these guys they even put money on the line. You have Rain come through, T Top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um,
Shouts to Rain, T Top, Newborn, they all judged that
yeah,
shit.
Born. You know what I'm saying? Like they all came through and they judged, man. What was that? What was that like right there? And what you thought about their battle, man?
Um, who you talking about? Gunpowder Pat and Skates?
And Skates, yeah.
That, that shit was crazy. Like, to be perfectly honest with you, it was one of the best battles I've ever been a part of. And not just the PG. I thought the style clash was crazy. I was very impressed with the way Skates responded to a home crowd favorite. And I was also impressed with the way Gunpowder Pat has the crowd in the palm of his hand and is able to manipulate and do what he does. It was very similar to a la Goods in a sense. You know what I mean? Like
Mm,
he reminds me of a grimier Goods in a sense. Like he's funny, sarcastic, a different approach. He has an attack that's insane. Like he's got this thing about him, man. And then you got Skates on the side who's like a super lyrical Av with a little bit of a twist to him. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I really really enjoyed it. I was really impressed how Gunpowder Pack came out swinging right off the rip. And I kind of looked at Skates and I was like, "Damn, son, let's see what you got." Like it was an immediate test to Skates' heart. And the first 8 bars, Skates didn't get a reaction, and it was fire. And all of a sudden, like I see him, he's just like, "Damn, I ain't get a reaction." And instead of you could either fold or fight through it, he fought through the shit and got crazy. You know what I mean? Then the second round came, Gunpowder Pack continued to put pressure on him, like it was crazy. But then Skates came out going stupid in the second round.
Facts.
And then the battle kept going. Like the third round, he came back, Pat came back some crazy, and then it finished off retarded. So it was one of those battles that you couldn't script any better in a sense. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
And it was like one of the most debatable battles of the night as well too, because these
Yeah, it was
dudes, man,
crazy.
it was hard to pick a winner. I felt sorry for the judges, man.
Yeah, I was like, nah, me, nigga, you're not gonna get me in that motherfucker. I ain't judging shit. Like, shit was, it was retarded, my nigga. Like, I'll keep it real. Like, it was epic. To say the least, it was epic, bro.
Nah, real talk. And the last battle we got to talk about it, Rubando and D Dub, man. What you thought about those guys as well?
I think
Their
those guys
perform.
showed a lot of very young, very green, showed a lot of promise. D Dub had he has some things to work on. He won the battle. He went through his rounds, was prepared. He had a lot of good moments. He had some dry spots that he has to work on in certain things, but I think his potential is there. Um, Rubando had a lot of dope stuff, but he didn't have all of it together. I think he kind of got starstruck in a sense. I think the pressure and the moment kind of took it over for him.
Mm.
I don't think he was ready for that yet. But I still want to work with him. I think he's dope. Beasley really likes him. I think he's dope, but I really believe that um, he's got it's a lot of pressure, man. And I've seen him in a sense kind of crumble in the pressure in a sense. Like, it really got
And
to him.
And
Hmm.
me getting a chance to speak to him after the battle, what he told me was like, basically he's basically just coming out of high school and he wasn't working before, and now he's
Who you talking about?
actually Rubando, and he said now he actually
Yeah,
got a job and he has like less time to just focus on writing, so he had his
yeah.
preparation was different, and he
Hmm.
talked about having to work on that.
Yeah, he's a kid, man. But at the end of the day, this is smack. It's a lot of pressure. Like people tend to try to downplay it, but I see the sweat. I see the nervousness. I see when I'm standing there and people are like, oh shit, that's Norbes or that's Smack or that's Beasley, and they can change my life. I guess with the snap of a finger, and I feel like sometimes it's pressure. I mean, when you dream on being on Smack your whole life, and now you have the opportunity to be on Smack, you're on Smack, and the lights is on, and you're like, oh shit, and now it's time to perform. Sometimes it works against you, man. Like I've seen it many a times, bro. Like from everybody, from the Big K's to the New Jersey Twerks to all these guys, they've all done it. But these are called growing pains, and if you're good enough, only the strong survive.
Nah, real talk, man. And you spoke about Kaboom. Who do you say you gonna pair him up with again? Because I definitely want to see what he got. You know what I'm saying?
I was talking to a couple. I was running through some matchups and stuff like that. So, there's one person particularly told me he's down to do it. I haven't spoken to Kaboom yet, but I'm down to lock it out. I don't want to let it out yet, but it'll be May 20th in Brooklyn. Or man, it'll be New York City. It's gonna be crazy. Um, I got some special lined up for y'all, man. Like,
Mm.
you're gonna see some guys that I'm taking a look at, and like I said, I'm gonna have the fans' choice battle. Hopefully, y'all do a good job or a better job than me. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to it. Don't give me some of these arrogant dudes that don't want to do the shit. Like, guys that you really want to see. You know what I mean?
Mm. I mean, are we gonna see J400 back anytime soon, or you know what I mean, after this battle? Because
Um, like I said, we'll cross that bridge when it's time to cross that bridge. To be honest with you. But like I said, if it happens, it happens. that's pretty much it. But like I said, like, I'm one of those dudes that, you know,
Did, did, did him
uh,
not like did him not come into the battle? Did that kind of like put a situation between y'all, or is it like on good terms type shit?
it clearly, it definitely. I'm not gonna say it rubbed me the wrong way. It definitely did. Definitely rubbed me the wrong way, especially when we had this conversation multiple times, and you know. But sometimes, you know, if this is what you believe, then it is what it is, bro. So, but people gotta stop playing, like acting like PG like the biggest thing they're doing or whatnot. Like it's just bugged out to me. Certain people still need work. Like it's not like people think, oh, I could do one and I'm out. No, like do as many as you can until you're prepared. And not everybody's ready to just jump. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Like there's a lot of guys, and that's why I'm making them do multiple joints to get them prepared for what they're about to face. And you know, I'm not one to say that I will take that lightly if somebody backs out or feels like they're too big for it. I definitely take that person because I feel like some people just don't understand what it really is, you know. And you got to work for everything you get. So when I feel like someone feels like they're past something, it really does rub me the wrong way.
Well, do you think you guys will be able to repair the situation, or because I'm sure you guys are able to connect or speak with each other and things like that?
We'll have a conversation when it's time to. You know, I don't hate him. I'm not mad at him. I was
Okay.
disappointed because Kaboom came out and you talking about Kaboom who done battled Tay-Rock and many big names in the history of battle rap, and was like, you know, this is the process. I respect it, and I respect Kaboom for even saying, bro, like that shit is huge. It's something that to have on your resume doing the PG is enormous. A lot of these guys want to down. This is me talking to Kaboom, and a lot of people want to downplay. But reality, bro, like that's what it is. It's a process. You know what I'm saying? So when people try to play the situation, and you got somebody with a resume of Kaboom that understands the process and what it can do for you, and he's still humble enough to do it. You know what I mean? It's not a knock on you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I'm not gonna lie. At first, I wasn't really even like too. I didn't know Kaboom that well, but once this battle got set up and everything like that, I did a little research and I realized he's nice. Like this dude is
Yeah,
actually
he's dead nice.
he definitely nice. And seeing that made me want to see that battle a little bit more. It's unfortunate it couldn't go down. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
mean, look, man, I'm gonna definitely get Kaboom right. I'm gonna definitely make sure that he's on May 20th. He'll be in the building. He will be battling May 20th. So look out for that. A couple of top prospects that I'll be looking at that night will be there. You know, come enjoy the process. Come see what actually happens. You know what I mean? Like, come shake my hand. You know, like Jay Black. Come say what. Even though Jay Black through Hollywood, come to PG's not. I'll make it up now, but you know, what I mean, come through, man.
Nah, man. Nah, definitely Norbs. I definitely like the new class. Some of the things you're already doing, starting out. I definitely see some promise and profit. I got to see him in Virginia as well, and you know what I'm saying. I got to see. I see a couple guys, man. Definitely looking like they're making that transition and everything.
It's funny because I always tell you, I always see knowledge, and I'm like, knowledge, I got some up my sleeve. And he's like, no, it's what you got. And I always got something on my sleeve.
Presidents to represent me.
I'm out for presidents to represent me. I'm out for presidents to represent me. I'm out for every presidents to represent
Know what? I make you and your whack mans fold like bad hands, roll like Monopoly. Advance, you copy me like white crystal. I gross the most at the end of the fiscal year than these niggas could wish to. The dead president.